Hello everyone, my name is Reinhard and you know me as MobDixNet. In the last video we followed a Link through his adventure to Princess Zelda. So if you haven't watched this, I would recommend it, and I will put the link in the descriptions and in the comments. Because in this video I will show you how each part of the mock is built, and will give a little explanation and show you some little details. So I hope you have fun, and please excuse my English, because obviously I'm not native speaking English. So have fun and let's dive right into it. So the first part, as I said, it's a playset for the children. So we can open it here, and on this side there is a little guardhouse. You can put the roof off, and Link can bump this up. And on this side there's normally a chest. And on the other side we have the pot room. The guard is missing now. The pot room every Zelda player knows. And here on this part we have a little windmill, a little watermill, and it's directly from the Hyrule Castle set. But I thought it's so lovely that I put it in.
Link. Ich hab gerade nicht, die habe ich ja nicht so halten. Ich muss den Scheißdecke reparieren.
So now we are at the market, and it's actually 3 parts. So let's start with the first one. You see here the mini game, and the shields are painted. So hand drawn, and you know that from the movie. And on this side it's not actually in the game, so we put in a little major office or something, and here we have a little post office. So, and I don't know how it's called in English, but the other bombs, you know them, the bzzz, pff, it would be here. Okay, so then let's move on to the next part, the main part. You know these two already from the other video, these two shops. No, actually you don't know this one, but you know it from the game. And the shield here, it's all Brickbuild except his mouth. It was a placeholder I just put with a pen, and yeah, I let it this way. So on the other side there's actually another mini game here, but I decided against it. But let's start with the roof. We have here a little inn where a lot of the Rings people, you know, Sam, Frodo, are staying. And under it we have a tavern. I mean a tavern with Geralt of Rivia, and it's obviously not original Lego figures, except this one is from the D&D. And a little kitchen with a mouse. So now to one of my favorite parts from the whole set, these two buildings. We have here the Happy Mask shop, and it has roof you can put off. That's a little bit fragile on this side, but yeah, it is. So here we have Majora. It's not designed by me. There's a set from another third-party brand. I don't remember now, and I just bought that and put only the mask in it. So, and here we have the shop itself, and now the shield is. You can put it off and dismantle it. So, and on the other side, we have the Easter egg with Link's home from A Link to the Past. And you see this fully brick build. There are actually only a few parts I couldn't brick build, and one of them is the Triforce you can see here on the castle, because there's no way to assemble it in the order you need, so I just glued it. I think Lego would just use stickers or something. So, and here we have the shooting gallery, and see this one, it's also brick built. Okay. So now we are at the Temple of Time, and these windows are not Lego. They are from a Mega Block set, Pokemon theme, but I found them and I thought about it. It's just perfect, I think. Then what I like is the depth of the water. You see that the water line, the brown bricks beneath it, and as I said, it's a play set, so you can dismantle it completely. Now first put this, I'll come to it later. And now the roof, and let's see, the windows need a little bit of light, because without light it doesn't look so good when the roof is on top. So you can see these ones are a little bit fragile. I didn't glue them because the temple is not so much played like the other parts. And you also can dismantle this part, and then the little kid hands can go inside and okay. And now let's take a look at the dome. I looked very long to find a good technique, because this technique is not my own, and I'm so sad that I doesn't remember the name of that guy, but I think it's incredible. This technique is absolutely incredible. I found this picture of it, and yeah, and then I tried to rebuild it. So I doesn't have real instructions for it, but it's I think a really cool technique. And you see this light bow to it, and underneath it, it's hard to assemble in Lego, the corners, but I think it worked out. So let's move on. So now we are at the park, and first thing that comes to my mind is this one. You can put it out, and you see there is something in it. The thing is, I built that not because, yeah, it's cool to play. I built it because kids like to put something in holes and you can't get it out when the hole is so small. So I just built it a little bit wider so you can come into it better. So the trees are all brick built, but I actually glued them because also the trees are so fragile and when the kids are playing, they just need to look at it and they fall apart. So I glued them, and that's the only things that glued with the Triforce, just for your information. On this side, I decided, hey, there is underneath the ferry, so let's put some flowers there, and here we have the ferry, and on this side, on the stone, there's the entrance to the Dark Palace from A Link to the Past. Because I doesn't wanted to let this place empty. I wanted to put something in to play and to have fun and to discover some secrets. So I thought A Link to the Past, some little secrets. I know A Link to the Past comes after Ocarina of Time in the timeline, but no, not in our timeline. Okay, what else is to say about this? Yeah, I also know that the height level is different in the game, but when we put the ground higher, the castle and the stairs would have to be higher too. So you see that the castle would begin here, and no, thank you. So, okay, then let's move on. So, now last but not least, the castle itself. And the castle has a little problem. In the game, there are two different models. The outside model and the inside model, and the inside model doesn't match the outside model. So when you rebuild it, you have to refigure some parts of it. But first, we took a look at here. So there's 3 different parts, and it was a little bit difficult to get the water lines to match with the towers, and you see it's just beneath it. Okay, so this part, and then we have this part, but I also love to have water lines that have some depth, because you have this colors shine through. Okay, and the tower here. So now to the parts of the castle itself. I absolutely love the technique, how these towers are built. The technique is in the wild, in the internet to find. It should be no problem, because you see how smooth it is, and it has 2 layers of bricks with him to get that possible. It now looks a little wild, but you see the angles are here, and the actually outside is here. So let's move on. Let's start here on the top. We have the tower with Zelda's room, you know, from the video, from the other video, and this part, and then this part, and here we have a little bath. Some stone figure. Now we can put this off. And now. So now we have the chambers of King and Queen, and I love this part because there is a secret door and a stairway behind leads down to the treasure. Okay, and what I also love are the stairs here on this side. We actually go down to the next part, to the throne room. But at first, let's disassemble this other parts. You see here, there's some little shrine in it. And on this side, we have a little kitchen. And the chicken is on the floor. Yummy. And here we have the secret with the painting, the bob-omb from Mario 64. And here we have some beds for the guards. And he's a little bit jealous from this guy who sings for his love. So let's put this aside. And now there are two office rooms. And on this side there's some storage and where you can get fresh water. And it's also to disassemble, to get your hands on it. So, and here a little bench. And as I said, two offices, and here for the guards, the armory. And the weapons. And then we have this big part with the throne room. This part here is actually from the Rivendell set. I just put it there and put a Triforce on it. And there's a little secret. Yeah, the heart piece is missing now. So, and this one, you know, leads down there to the dungeon from A Link to the Past.
No.
Here is the pavilion with Princess Zelda, who sadly looks onto emptiness. I thought about to put some more castle here, but there's simply no space anymore, so yeah, just left it out.
Ganondorf.
So, and because you ask, this is how we store it, some of the bigger parts. And this over here is our mock from a few years ago, our first Lego project, Hogwarts Castle. I can show you shortly if you're interested. It's the set most of you know who built Hogwarts Lego, and I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, but I think the castle is beautiful. And we bought some sets, just the normal Lego sets who were available a few years ago, and yeah, expanded. So guys, that was it. I hope you had fun. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments. I will gladly answer them. So for the future, your feedback was absolutely incredible. So we will make 100% a next part, but it will take some time because the project is with the kids and I have a full-time job. So 1 or 2 years. I hope we will meet again in Hyrule Field or in Kakariko Dam. Goodbye and thanks for watching.
The number 9 is hard to Batman.